work at the same time, of course.
Okay.
I mean, like,
But
normally
it's just not normal, but
it's the writing, you know, obviously Richard has the sort of the longer job. You know, for me, it's like the writing side of it takes the time, and then, you know, obviously like recording vocals is, you know, it's not that, it doesn't take as long as it would for, you know, Richard to produce a track. Yeah. I mean, for me, like when I'm like making a tune that is just, I'm starting from scratch. I mean, I just put a rough track together, so obviously it's good to know that's tough, but you know, just to you know, record a vocal, it's not major because you bounce them down and they go to the producer flat anyway, so you don't have to EQ or do anything like that. So they only want the flat files because that's their, you know, they want to fit it into the mix. So and it's like, it is really weird. It's like just kind of, you know, if you can just like use all these plugins, so can everyone else. It's what you do with them. You know, how you change the sounds, how you
manipulate it.
Yeah, and that all comes again. That just comes from just, you know, really thinking and loving music. The most important thing that I found, and the best decision I ever made though, was to learn to use like Logic and Pro Tools and all that, because you know then you're self-sufficient. You don't have to rely on people to go into their studios and record, and you've got everything there. And I think that's the one thing for, you know, a songwriter or a singer. That's when the technical knowledge is good.
And what about when recording vocals? Is that something you need to learn technically as well to get it to sound your best?
To be honest, I mean, there's not really a lot. I mean, once you know, obviously, how to record and you know how to use the program and stuff.
oh, it was, we were thinking about like I think it's very important to have an album. Not every year, maybe every year if you have the time for a DJ, or producer, because it's, you know, like it's something special for the fans. It's not like you only release every month a track, but you get something special. But promotional wise, it's very good, but it's such a short time. Now maybe let's say 1 month before there is an album coming, and after 2 weeks, okay, next. So you work very hard to release an album, and promotional wise you have is like let's say 2 months, and that's it. So we thought, how can we do it more, that more people are involved with it, and like also, okay, let's maybe for me it's good to do collaborations with other DJs, other producers. Sometimes to have maybe you have a better track, but most of the time to have a different track. You know, you are working on a different way, and you are working on a different way. So everybody is doing his own, and so you learn something, and you have fun, and you come out of your own comfort zone. So that's cool. And we thought about, let's release it in 5 different ways, 5 EPs. Then you have each EP you have promotional wise much more promotion for so that's the most important thing, I think. And yeah, we put the the third thing in it, to put the bass track on the internet, and yeah, let everybody can use it. You know, it's everybody can do what they want for themselves, or can make a track, or and they can send it to me, and yeah, I will pick a winner, or a winner. I think everybody is I'm happy that everybody did something with it, but yeah, and then I will finish the track, and it's Richard Durand versus.
It is really gutting. The day my album was released, like, not that I Google myself all the time, but like I Googled it, and already, you know, there was like 20, 30 sites that you could download it for free. And I think do you know what, it's just, again, it's people don't realise the value of music anymore, and that's what saddens me more than the fact that I've lost out a few, like, euros or whatever. I mean, for me, it's just, yeah, people just think it's for free, and you spend a good year making, I spent, you know, a good year making an album, and it's just a little bit gutting really that people can't be bothered to actually just pay like, what, £8 for a year's work, you know.
So, you know, like 10 years ago, you're producing your track, and to make money, you produce a track and play as a DJ. You're making money, and that's most of the time they were equal. But now it's nothing actually.
Yeah.
Or maybe when your name is David Guetta,
well, if you're on
you'll make a
radio,
lot of money because
you know, if you get it on the radio and you get the publishing
Yeah.
money, I mean, you're laughing, aren't you? But it's just for the smaller. It's always going to be the smaller people that like lose out because they don't get their stuff played on radio. You know.
But I think because the internet now, a radio hit can be much bigger at the same time. So if you are a producer and you make a big hit and it's on the radio, it's on the radio at the same time in every country. And 10 years ago, you had, you know, maybe it was a big hit in the UK and the US didn't know it was a song. And maybe a few months later, oh yeah, oh Katy Perry, oh yeah. So now it's actually everything is happened at the same moment, and that's also a good thing.
I think the piracy thing as well has evolved musicians' outlook on the scene as to their music is now more so than being a revenue stream for them. It's almost just a promotional tool to help promote themselves for performances, which fortunately people still do pay ticket money to get in to see events. Which is obviously, but you know, some artists of a certain level can live with that change. Record labels are finding it very hard to live with that change, and small producers it's harder to get a start.